and features the visiting Los Angeles.
D'Angelo Russell, Keon Johnson, Cam Johnson,
Could be.
James Capers, Brett Barnaky, Brett Nansel are three officials, and we are underway. We had a 0-second foul, or at least we had a restart on something. It was either Oklahoma City. I'd have to go back in the archives, but I know that did happen this year. Dunn, leave it. Leonard really coming to his own, and he banks it home. Kawhi Leonard in his last game on ridiculous splits, 51-42, 77. 30 seconds in, Russell at the controls. Struggled shooting the ball in his return on Wednesday night. Johnson open look, a little too strong, and Leonard the flat-footed board. Clippers come in at 41 and 31, trying to fight off inside that top six. They are locked in a heated battle in the 6 through 8 spots in the Western Conference as Powell floats it up short. Rebound guided, saves it for Russell. Nets have struggled offensively over the last couple of games here, failed to reach 90 points against Toronto, and Russell.
Points off turnovers, so it has got to be a major emphasis here early on.
Russell on the reload, 9 to shoot. Snakes off the screen, using the body, lost the basketball, and there is the defense from Chris Dunn, who has been so impressive on that end. Now he's trying to get it done on the other side, and a steal. Keon Johnson with a hustle. Now he'll look to push with no real numbers. Swinging around, far side, corner three. It's good! 8 for 41 from the outside. Williams will get it in. Johnson curls, kicks. Keon Johnson hits the three. 21, 21st overall, and a 7-0 run in less than 20 seconds, all in one possession. Here's Harden, get it inside. Zubac averaging 16 and nearly 13 rebounds per game. Couple of pumps and finish. He has been a reason for LA. A big reason for their early season success without Kawhi Leonard, who missed the first 34 games of the year for the Clippers, and they were still above 500 as
Numbers for the season are impressive to say the least.
Russell floats, missed it, tip, no, Claxton, third chance, and finally Zubac rips it down. Clippers already with 3 team fouls, though, just 2 minutes into this ball game. Harden always at the controls, 22.6 points, nearly 9 assists per game. Leaves it for Powell, he'll fire. Off the heel, rebound to Claxton. 22, 11, and 5 blocks for Claxton. He goes coast to coast, got caught up, bounce it. Williams, oh! Zaire Williams! Nearly a steal in the backcourt for Russell, and now Chris Dunn will bring it across. There's been a lot of talk about Dunn, the way he's played defense this year, and the fact that he won't be eligible for all defensive teams because he hasn't played enough minutes in the majority of the games as Russell comes away with a turnover. Nets on the run. It's Johnson, lobbing too high.
In that a no-look lob, I don't know if he was trying to deter the defense, but if he would just kept his eyes on him, probably would have hit him on target.
Dunn bounces, Zubac knocked away by Johnson. This is something that Toronto talked about pregame. You have to be extra careful with the basketball against this aggressive nature of the Nets defense. That's the league in offensive rating, but they have been ridiculous over the last 7 games. 121.4 points per game. Outscoring teams by a wide margin as Zubac had it knocked away, but
his touch has been great.
Team. The Clippers with the first trade between the two franchises since Norm Nixon and Byron Scott got shuffled back and forth in '83.
Taking us back.
That's what I do.
Taking us back.
Zubac does make it 9-6. Brooklyn still holding the advantage. Driving kick. Open look. Russell puts it through. Good sign to see D'Angelo Russell knock one down. He's been struggling. Hasn't shot 40% in a game from 3 since February.
Sharing the sugar, playmaking for teammates, especially because you know the Clippers will key on him and trying to run him off the line.
Norman Powell, career high 22.6 points. Ray blocked. Claxton finding beautiful Dunn. So Harden with the assist, his first. Clippers are 3 for 6 to start. The Nets are 4 for 7, but 3 for 4 from downtown. Again, after just going 8 for 41 on Wednesday against Toronto on the outside. Here's a deep one. Too strong from Johnson. Long rebound to Leonard. He scored 20 or more in 7 straight. Leaves it inside. Zubac. 6 already for Big Zoo. Nearly 5 minutes gone in this first quarter. Zaire Williams. Claxton. Attack mode. Hangs it short. Clippers on the attack. Dunn drives, fends, floats. Good defense by Johnson, and then soft spot for 2 more. 8 points already for the Clips.
We knew what you were saying.
Yeah, you did, but I had pride. Johnson off the screen from Claxton, fades, and pushes it through.
And that's where Johnson, his variability of whether he's making threes or not has not affected what he does in terms of putting pressure at the basket.
Leonard got Claxton in the air, and they do call the supposed to be on the team.
The efficient play, but defensively this group is just extremely tough. Positionally at every spot, but now collectively how they've been playing.
Martin and Wilson on the floor. Martin looking for some space, leaves it outside Wilson with 10 on the clock. Harden steps up. Oh, a little give and go, got a little cute. It was ricocheted, expected. Johnson, quick trigger, knocks it down, a 3. Way. Nets are 4 for 6 from the outside. The Clippers have only taken 1 3 so far, and they missed it. Harden, pounded by Johnson. 8 to shoot. Harden, step into it. He's fouled. Nope, shooting a 3-pointer.
He will figure out how to capitalize on some of those movements.
He's also a facial hair salon. That has never changed. Claxton at the controls now for Brooklyn. Ryan Watford will check in next dead ball. Johnson swirls in, back outside. Extra. Martin, 3-ball.
Working the inside out all starts with that penetration by Cam Johnson to Keon, getting it quick, a little pin down, good actions. And for Brooklyn, everything changes when they're seeing the 3-point shot go through.
Leonard checked by Wilson, goes right to work, creates the space, comes up short, rebound, poked around to the outside, Wilson claims. That's no numbers. Keon Johnson doesn't care. Now he'll slow it down. Intercepted. Leonard read it the entire way. He's a locomotive to the basket. Swipe and slam for the Claw. He's got 6. Wilson probes, sidestep. Johnson fires, connects. Getting quality looks, making the defense pay, and then Hart got too cute with a turnover. Claxton initially slowed it down. Now he'll go right at Zubac. Swirling delivery.
Quick offense, and Nick Claxton being a big part of that and how they're looking to push pace.
Leonard, so strong, just gets to his spots but can't finish. Claxton another rebound, he'll push the pace. Johnson trailing off the screen. Johnson knocked away by Powell, out of bounds.
That has been there, spent 4 years, and wanted the collegiate level, and then how he's transferred that. It'll be fun to see what it translates now at this top level.
Going against one of the best centers in the NBA, and Zubac's going right at him. Leave it last second for Dunn. He's fouled underneath. And a guy like Bogdanovic along with Simmons.
Bogdanovic has been tremendous with the Clippers. And we saw what he's able to do in so many different roles, but that type of firepower coming off the bench, what he's done in 20 games, and the efficiency from 3 is a huge add.
Watford dealing with the elite defensive efforts of Dunn. Whitehead on the floor for Brooklyn. Timmy, fake, drive, kick. Wilson, open look. Not that time. Approaching 3 minutes to play in this first quarter. Brooklyn 9 for 15 to start play, 6 of 9 from 3. The Clippers 6 of 12. Harden step away, short. Drive and kick. Watford, short. Rebound, kick out. Timmy already making his presence felt. Whitehead can't cash in. Clippers looking to push with Bogdanovic. One of the high-volume scores off the bench in the NBA. Leave it, Zubac, duck in, back down, on Whitehead, hook it through. Zuelson.
That touch.
He is 4 for 4 with 10 points and 4 rebounds in the first 9.5 minutes of action. Wilson, hook it, Watford. Timmy pops out, now he goes to set the screen. Watford had it knocked away, Bogdanovic, 5th turnover for Brooklyn. Harden, drive, missed it short, good defense by Timmy. 5 on 4, back the other way. Who's the open man? It's Timmy, he's gonna let it fly. Too strong. And the long rebound, Bogdanovic. Harden leaked out, but he couldn't find him. 2 minutes remaining in the first, and a time addition to their bench unit as well. Derek Jones Jr. also in for LA. He'll fire the 3-ball. Off the heel into the hands of Watford. So Timmy, Watford, Russell, Wilson, and Whitehead, the 5 for Jordi Fernandez. Timmy guarded by Simmons. Now it's Bogdanovic who wants to take it to work. Caught up, knock away. Batum, the savvy vet, saved by Harden. They call him Sneako Batum within the Clippers organization for plays like that.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
That's what I'm here for. I'm going to say that many times. Harden hesitates, drives, kicks, swing. Bogdanovic, too much space. Can't make the defense pay. Timmy got there first, and Whitehead clears.
And Brooklyn's forcing some misses and doing a good job coming up with those defensive rebounds, one and out action. And again, those are some of the areas, whether it's the defensive glass or taking care of the basketball, that really popped up the last few.
Russell, step back, 3, short. Clippers are 0 for 4 from 3. Get out in transition. Jones stops, can't score, rebound. Oh, nearly poked in, and a nice job getting on if they're going to get Timmy a look inside, and he's fouled on the catch, and that will not.
That's why tonight's performance and the way the Nets have come out early on has been a really great sign of their response.
Timmy, he's got it. His first. Great moment for him. So many great memories in this month as a member of the Gonzaga basketball team, and just good to see him fulfilling and living out his dream on an NBA court. As Bogdanovic in and out on the 3-ball. Simmons has been hearing it a little bit from this crowd so far in his first action. Whitehead, quick trigger. Too strong. Jones right there for the board. Jones, Simmons, Bogdanovic, Leonard, and Batum, the 5 for the Clippers. Simmons looks to attack. Watford stayed in front. Simmons, right hand, not there. Clippers shooting just 35% from the floor, 1 of 7 from 3. The Nets at 48 overall and 6 of 14 from the outside. Another touch inside for Timmy with a mismatch against Bogdanovic. Back him down, he lost it, thought he was fouled. 7 turnovers for Brooklyn. Leonard, right place, right time.
The movements of Drew Timme, we've talked with the Long Island Nets, averaging more than 23 points over those 29 games, and just his feel for how to move without the basketball, get himself open.
Russell, tough finish over Batum. Simmons looking to push the pace. That's what they've asked him to do. Bogdanovic pump and drive. Leave it. Batum trailing. Hits another one. Clippers head back in front. Similar to the first matchup with these two teams, it was a 1-point Brooklyn lead at this point of the game, 2 minutes into the second. And then it was all Clippers the rest of the way. As Russell fades, comes up short. Long rebound to Jones. Batum, bounce it. Leonard against Whitehead. Double comes. Jones catch. Jones drive. Jones finish. He has some energy and some athleticism and gives the Clippers their largest lead. Here's Wilson. Cross and drive. Body bump. Knocked away.
Exactly what he gets.
Here's Russell. Right back from Timmy. Russell 2 for 6 to start the game. Now it's Wilson trying to get back. One of the best defenders in NBA history, and he shows you why. The claw tracks it the entire way. Batum. Bogdanovic against Whitehead. Nets are looking to evaluate Whitehead defensively. Loved his effort and the opportunities he's gotten. Just out of control. Jones lost it. Turnover. Nets running. It's Whitehead. Sets the feet. Shoot in practice.
When he's had his opportunities here with Brooklyn, he has cashed in, especially from the 3-point line. Not a huge sample size, but nearly 47% on those looks.
And 3 seconds.
Good early offense for Brooklyn.
Throw discrepancy. 11 for 11 for the Clips. Only 1 free throw attempt, and that was on that flagrant foul against Williams as Leonard pulls and knocks down the midi.
Balance is in how Brooklyn has been shooting the 3-point shot, and what's allowed the Clippers to maintain this lead is the free throw line.
Timmy surveys, leaves it. Watford. Johnson back in there, he'll let it fly. He'll knock it down.
A little slow with how they're moving on the defensive side, and sometimes off those catches not coming out for the quick closeout.
Bogdanovic, caught off by Watford. Batum, on target. From downtown, it's just picture perfect right now. Timmy, taken away by Leonard. There was a point, and I would have to look if it's still the case, where he had more steals than fouls in his career. He is that level of defender over the course of his NBA life, and he's
39% on the season from three, over 51 the last 7 games. And you said it's amazing how strong his hands are, the quickness of his movements, and it never, ever feels like he's getting sped up.
Watford, circle, Timmy, lets it fly, short, long rebound, that knocked out of
going off. He said he was like a kid in a candy store. He couldn't sleep last night. And Noah, you mentioned about all the special moments he's had in the month of March with Gonzaga. Well, he told me he just loves this month. He gets to add his 50-point game that he had last week to this month. His brother got a college offer today. Happens the month of March. He said the Timmys is just March.
Everybody likes to make the joke. It goes January, February, Izzo, April. I would say we could add Timmy as a secondary option for that March month.
I'm in.
First ever Gonzaga product to play for the Brooklyn Nets. Finds Simmons. Looking for Powell. Fade to the corner. Guarded by Williams. Shake, bake, drive. Oh, denied! Claxton came over. No service at the rim. And Johnson floats in for 2. It started with a...
Claxton, as usual, has been tremendous at the rim, coming off a game where he had 5 blocks against Toronto.
They had to respect Batum on the outside there. Harden. Oh, that's ridiculous. How did he...
3 Brooklyn defenders. That was something.
Johnson, step away. Short. Nets are now 9 for 19 from three-point territory. As mentioned, the Clippers 11 for 11 at the free throw line, just 4 for 10 from 3. Leonard is fouled. Martin got free throw line at times. % against one of the best defenses in the NBA. Clippers came in 3rd in the league in defensive rating. They have been just superb on that side of the floor this year. Johnson, aggressive. A lot of contact and final. 2nd and 3rd attempts for bleeding immediately, essentially.
I didn't realize that.
Oh, it hurts.
More use just Band-Aids.
No. Come on. You got to show your battle scars out there. Zubac's on the short roll. A locomotive himself. Oh, Avicii. He is 5 for 5 with a dozen points. Johnson loads it up. Zubac clears the board, his 5th. Zubac has 49 double-doubles on the season and 3 20-20 games, 20 points and 20 rebounds. Harden, leave it. Powell with 10 to shoot. 4.5 to play in the first half. Powell, turn the corner, and a knock away but a foul. Line. He's had moments where the contact has come from. That's the first points for Powell. Obfuscate. Bewildering.
Okay. I've never heard you use obfuscate.
I haven't heard you use it either, clearly.
I need the dictionary.
Williams off the heel. Good box out by Batum. Approaching 4 minutes remaining in this first half. Powell, now a little bit of a hop in his step. He'll step into it and bang it through. 3 on the season. It's a 7-0 run for the Clips.
He's had a huge year for Los Angeles.
Hot potato, Claxton. Leave it. Williams. Hook it. Johnson against Harden. 7 to shoot. Johnson runs into a double team. Not a double team you want to be a part of, and he knocks it off.
Starting to put the clamps on.
Johnson. Zubac with another board, his 6th. The Clippers were 8 for 23 to start this game. They have made 9 of their last 10 from the floor. Make it 10 for 11. Harden.
I'm gonna take you to the top.
There we go.
I'm working now, baby.
Come on, you're locked in.
Can't be done.
Approaching 3 minutes to play in the first half. Johnson stops, pops, hits. Nice job. Just keep ending a 9-0 Clipper run. He's got a dozen.
And find a little mid-range look. And again, with this Clippers defense, sometimes it is the best available shot that you gotta look to get and look to get early on.
Hook it. A little too high for Zubac that time. Turnover. Russell, leave it. Johnson turns on the turbo. Oh, Leonard. He is
motion because he just covers any ground that he wants at any pace.
Claxton, tough delivery. Good defense. Zubac now numbers for the Clippers if they hurry. Harden stops, feeds, Powell, pump, drive. Powell takes off for 2. Back to 12. Claxton. Over to Russell. Taken away. Who else? Kawhi Leonard, coast to coast.
He's an absolute killer on the defensive end. In his reads as well, the way he sees things a step ahead.
Johnson shields, fend off, and missed it. 33 for Leonard and Zubac. Leonard's up to 19 first half points. Harden drive, floats, got it. 16-point game. 1:44 to play in the first half. Johnson, another steal. No, this time they get it back. It's Williams, short on the three. Rebound, fought for. Zubac got to it first, claimed by Dunn. It's a 15-2 LA run. Harden double, get it out of his hands. Around, Leonard lines it up, short. Minute 20 to play in the first half. Nets are down to 43% from the floor, 9 of 23 from three. Russell shaking big, off the screen. Johnson catch and shoot. A little too strong. Leonard will slow it down for the Clippers. Approaching a minute to play in the first half. Hook it, Zubac, bounce it, Dunn. May have been tripped, no whistle came in. 5-on-4 if the Nets really hurry here. Johnson, put it on the deck, leave it. Claxton just fights through for two.
And you look at players, I think we always point to someone like a Cameron Johnson of the growth that he's shown, the leadership, those type of players with that type of character, disposition, performance, all of those things have added to a group that we have seen play extraordinarily hard and well throughout the course of the year, and it's not always been perfect.
If you have a question, you can get to us on email or on social media. Meanwhile, another steal from Leonard to start this third quarter. Bounces the fourth steal for Kawhi as Harden has it back on the outside, guarded by Keon Johnson. Spins, step back. That's pretty. In terms of the rebuild and retool, you know, a lot of it is luck based on draft pick and draft lottery. And if you get lucky, you get the first overall pick and you can get a potential franchise cornerstone moving forward. That's a big deal. On top of that, as Leonard just continues to stay minutes here, with the Nets now down 73-48 against what just feels like a well-oiled machine on both ends of the floor right now with the Clippers.
You mentioned this earlier. This Clippers team not only is stacked, healthy, but they've been playing extremely well.
Williams misfires. Zubac collects his 7th rebound of the day.
They've won their last 7 games, 9 of 11, and they're motivated. They want to stay out of that play-in spot.
That's the biggest key. Certain vets that have fortified their youth and talent that they were building, and now here they are very much in a playoff position.
Just circling back to that.
Another foul.
The critical components to an NBA deal, you know, understanding of vets who have been there, who have done it, and that's why we point to a lot, whether it's a D'Angelo Russell, whether it's a Cam Johnson, what he's accomplished to this point.
Johnson goes to the free throw line. Ben Simmons did have a Lennis staff, said he has a lot of respect for them. They're all winners, is what he called them. They bring a winning mentality, coach at a high level, and what they want and expect out of guys, they make very clear. He also said the one thing he really respected about the way Jordy coached, as Leonard does take it back. Oh, blocked by Williams. Nice recovery. Now a leak out for Johnson, and he beats Harden to the rim for two. Billy said he respected about how Jordy went about his business is how he empowers the young guys to get out there and to make mistakes here and there and play through a lot of those, learn from their mistakes. Is something we've heard really time and time again this season. Powell throws off, drive, kick. Dunn will load it up, and he's got it. A three, just 30.5% from three. And after the really rough start from the outside, the Clippers are now 9 for 16 from three-point territory. Claxton can't respond. Harden, Powell. Defense like a Tamagotchi. And another steal. Dunn steps in front. Oh, it was a meeting at the rim. Lob it up. Claxton couldn't guide it in. Another stop. Clippers looking to push. Harden sets. Skip. Powell. Pump. Drive. Couple of extras. Clippers were 1 for 6 from three. They've made 9 for their last 11. Now 9 of 12 after the miss from Harden. Russell leave it, Williams swing it, Johnson in the corner, back outside, Russell, short. D'Lo now 2 for 7 from the floor. 4 minutes gone in this third quarter. It has been all Clippers since the break. 14-4. Leonard driving kick. Oh, what a touch pass. It's Powell in the corner. Long rebound of Williams. That's down below 40% from the floor against this stout Clippers defense. And foul's going to be called.
This recent stretch.
He got eerily close as Johnson shovels it and Claxton pushes it through. Job by both of them finding their spots. He got eerily close to Zubac 2 years ago to averaging a double-double. 9.9 rebounds per game, and it ate him alive that he didn't. He was at 10 for basically the whole season. He's made it his mission since, and he is playing as Claxton takes a spill. He was slow to get up. Zubac is 7 for 7, 16 and 10 on the night. Russell and
Head coach Ty Lewis, but this is the first year that Jeff Van Gundy's lead assistant, what he's done with the defense. He's not here tonight in Brooklyn.
Too strong for Martin. Harden with another board.
But a big part of that, this team can be loaded for bear if they are healthy.
It's down at 29% in this third quarter. Leonard turns it over. Nice Hawks check up. But Tyronn Lue understands the job that Jordi Fernandez has had and what he's done with the opportunity. And he always preaches opportunity himself, but he's taken advantage of his own as Johnson misfires on the floater. You can just hear that really from coaches around the NBA. Harden transition in rhythm.
Both ends here tonight. And to your point, that across the board, every coach that's asked about Jordi Fernandez, there is no shortage of just glowing praise for who he is, what he's accomplished, and the trajectory of where his colleagues believe he can go.
Leonard sets up shop in the corner, finds Powell. Attack mode, leave it, Zubac. I see, Megan, I thought you were going to test us to see if we got right which one you were a member of, so I'm glad you didn't do it to us.
I wouldn't open that up to you guys because I still want to be your friend. No, the pink and green, it just glows off my skin.
It does.
It does.
I've seen you in it before. I have, and I appreciate that. Shouts to Tennessee State. Megan Triplett, that's an excellent report, and I'd like to see you two-step.
I got you, girl. I'll show you maybe a few moves.
Ooh, okay. Go, it follows. Yeah, 100%
I would
rightfully
love
so
that.
with you on it. It's the 5-minute mark of this third quarter. And that's trying to find some semblance of a rhythm after the Clippers delivered it. Wilson does hit 5, just about 3 minutes into the second. Tonight, they lost that game, by the way, 126-67. Tonight, the Clippers led 43-42 midway through the second, and it is currently 90-57. It has been all Clippers from that point on, and continued finding his way to the paint. 14 points now for Harden to go with 6 assists. The Clippers have 21 assists on 32 made field goals. The Nets do have 18 assists on 21 field goals themselves. As Whitehead misfires on the outside, good track down by Timmy. Watford off the heel. The Nets have just gone cold from the outside. They got off to that really sensational start, three-point shooting in this game, but just haven't replicated it since.
And they haven't replicated it. They've also turned the basketball over much more.
Just since that midway point of the second quarter in favor of the Clippers, it was really sparked by Kawhi Leonard catching fire on both ends of the floor as Zubac deflects that one and collects.
Well, and the Nets did a good job early on of forcing turnovers and creating points off those against LA, and they have not done that since that first quarter.
Zubac hooks it up and in. Zubac, he's up to 21 points and 12 rebounds. The Nets were 5 for 7 from 3 to start this game, but now
defensively and offensively, which is what makes it so extremely tough.
Watford shields, shovels, Timmy banks it home. Second bucket. Nets 19 assists in this game. Harden looking for another one. Zubac spray it out. Quick ball reversal. Harden lines it up and knocks it down. Clippers are shooting 75% in this third quarter as Martin swoops in. No, Timmy? Yes, +1. A lot of products. Evan Washburn is my inspiration. His hair is immovable, if you've ever seen him. Immovable hair. Zubac goes to the bench with 21-12, 9 for 9 from the floor. Timmy can't hit on the free throw. Harden feeling it. Misfires there. And still playing hard here. Down big in this third quarter. Coast to coast. More of that opportunity that Jordi Fernandez has talked so much about. No matter what the minutes look like, no matter what the score is, no matter how much time is left in the game, you're always being judged in some way. As Powell contested 3 short. Good job by Awoma to get up. See if they can get Awoma involved on the offensive end. Watford puts it on the deck. Timmy pops. Now it's Martin with 10 to shoot. He'll fire. Long rebound available and a nice job shielding by Powell. Leave it for Simmons. Simmons returned back to Brooklyn. First time since being released. Only 1 shot attempt to miss in 9 minutes. Bounce it. Jones finishes. More of that distribution from Ben Simmons. That's his first assist to go with just 1 rebound. Final 90 seconds of this 3rd quarter. Wilson draws the contact. He'll shoot.
Good to see about Ben Simmons, and I got a chance to go meet. He told me that it's good to be back here in this building. He said, you know, it's a different type of experience being on the opponent side of things, but he said he's happy to see some familiar faces and play some basketball back here in this arena. He told me that when it comes to his teammates, he has so much respect for these guys and the coaching staff and Jordi, and he said that during his time here in Brooklyn, he had a lot of learning experiences, and he's just grateful for everything that he's able to do here and for all the people that he met. He told me that right now his focus is on making an impact with his Clippers team and helping them push to the playoffs. And then this offseason, the biggest thing is making sure he feels 100.
And that's always been the key for Ben, is just getting back to feeling pretty much all Clippers from the midway point of the 2nd quarter on. They won the 2nd quarter 42-21 and the 3rd 37-21. Simmons lob it. And Jones is fouled on the way.
But sometimes I struggle. No, because when the foul occurs, but if you're already in the air and you know it's that shooting motion, like that one I would have assumed would be an easy call to be at the line.
3 to shoot now for Amir Coffey. Step away Trey is short. Again, we've said this before. NBA officiating is as difficult a job as there is out there. Just with the speed of these guys, the strength, power, it is so hard, and every call is so bang. Timmy lost Coffey.
But will it be 8 games?
This is a national championship at CLA in the Final 4 as Timmy gets the Nets up to 71. Nets have just struggled to find ways to stop what has been an elite Clipper offense. Simmons bounces it and airplane.
Even that opportunity for the little backdoor cut, if they see you turning your head and looking at any moment, they are quick for those cuts.
Listen, sometimes, the last time the Clippers were here, James Harden did throw a pass that ended up directly in this exact spot. Bogdanovic misfired.
If we can take a moment to talk about that.
Please.
The spot that you're sitting in, that
Yes.
your father was sitting in.
That's correct.
And it was the weak side, right almost where Tosan was, a little deeper into that corner. Launches it. I thought they were about to shoot. Make sure you guys still get your call.
Well, here's Martin. A little too strong. Offensive rebound. And Watford can't float it in. Tip goes. 3rd chance. And
I am not just saying this. I've known your dad now for, 13 years, 14 years. I have never seen him so immediately get excited.
Gratified.
And just know that ball was coming to him. And started, I mean, he was over the top of it's coming to me, it's coming to me. I was like, Bird.
Count it. Put in. I'll imitate. That's coming.
The words, the sound, the tone. Can you get your voice just a little deeper?
Slightly deeper.
Maybe when you're 18.
Yeah. I need to be able to vote in order to get my voice to that level. All that to say, that was the last time the Clippers were in this building, as Bogdanovic, tough finish on a flip. And the Nets win that game. That was when Harden had just been traded to LA, and they were still finding their sea legs together. That one goes down on the end. First NBA minute, first NBA bucket.
Smooth looking stroke, that's a part of what he can do.
Jones, long strides, missed it short, rebound Wilson. So Wilson, Awoma, Etienne, Watford, and Timmy. A lot of opportunity for all of the Olympics with Bogdanovic. The celebration, everyone thought that, yes, he was asked after the game, and Melo apparently is very close with Bogdanovic, so it was a very much a friendly thing, as right on cue, he knocks down, not that time, Melo's got to be in the building, you know?
Yeah.
That's continuing to play hard. This is a good 4th quarter showing for Brooklyn. Show and go move, but Wilson couldn't finish it. Eubanks acquired at the deadline, leaves it for Bogdanovic. He's come alive as this game has gone on. Now 8 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, but a turnover here. Watford tripped over the basketball. Etienne does have it. Good for the Nets if they hurry. Simmons steps up against the player wearing his former number in the Nets uniform. Cross it, kick it, Wilson, 3-ball. Uncontested board to Simmons. 4 minutes gone in this fourth. Simmons staying out there. Tyronn Lue starting to empty his bench as Coffey a little too strong on the J. Didn't play in the last game against New York. Up ahead, Etienne, patient for 2. Etienne, Timmy, Wilson, and Awoma. Kobe Brown out there for the Clippers. Simmons bounce pass, knocked out of bounds.
This is not; these are valuable NBA moments, and that's the type of attitude, perspective, and approach that needs to be taken on a night-by-night basis, closing this out.
Foul away from the ball. Because you don't think it's going to be as bad, but
and then it kind of stays loose when
right.
you're still playing, and then you wake up and you're done for it.
It's like getting hit on the shin by a razor scooter. It just shouldn't hurt that, but it kills.
Anything
Timmy,
in the shin.
which it is, and then a foul up with the Wizards. Coverage start. Awoma in and out on the set. So Brooklyn back inside of 30. Bogdanovich staying on the floor. Clippers have played everybody but former net Patty Mills, as Bogdanovich a little too strong. Timmy clears another rebound. Get it up ahead. Etienne showing off the moves, but he can't finish.
You can see his explosiveness and bounce, though. On both ends, you see how he moves defensively, too.
Bogdanovich lost it on the fend-off. Etienne couldn't get there first. Bounced it inside, but knocked out of bounds.
It had to be yesterday.
And you're saying, oh, what is this?
How did I know there was patties? You're really locked in with...
I know you're a runner, so you would have
I
done
would run every morning. I do not like to run in groups. I actually don't even like to run.
So run clubs, you're out.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like, it's my solo time. It's my...
I like that. That makes a lot of sense. Etienne misfired.
Brian Rucco got very offended early on in the
Did he?
shift that I wouldn't run with him on the road when I just tried to explain it. It's not you, it's me.
He just wants to show you his athleticism. Brooklyn has gone through just about everybody else. His spirit there.
And we talked about this, you feel for him and his lack of availability to play, but for a team, for a group, we talk about culture, building, foundation, all of those stuff. That's a part of it.
Knocked out a free throw line. As it has. Had that first year where he really kept them afloat as things were not necessarily smooth sailing with the roster. He was constant until they could get things under control. Kobe Brown off the heel. Rebound up high to Lewis. Been great to see Lewis playing with such ferocity since coming back from the injury. Misfires there on the layup. Now Bogdanovich to Brown. A foul on the test. Got Christmas around the NBA after the victory. Right now they had a real close loss to Oklahoma City before that at home, 103-101, in which Harden actually tweaked his ankle towards the end and was a little bit limited in his movement. Beekman turns it over. Coffey, who did not play against the Knicks, has played pretty much all year. This was his 70th appearance of the season, but Tyronn Lue had to go to him before the game and tell him, hey, you're going to be out of the rotation. He said the way that he's bought into his role, no matter what it is, and right on the rest of the team. We've seen that with the Nets as well, where guys have really settled into roles and understood what Jordi Fernandez has asked of them, as Lewis just trying to compete like the Clippers are right now. Having guys like Amir Coffey can be so monumental to keeping a locker room together.
And just important, I mean, think about the fact that he was undrafted. He spent his entire NBA career with the Clippers, now in his 6th year, and just that type of professionalism, showing up and getting those opportunities when called upon.
Another rebound, and Timmy, with 11 points and 10 rebounds, has a double-double in his first NBA game. That's not...
You could tell when players just have good instincts, and the execution comes with that, especially when it's around the glass.
Wilson off the Timmy screen, switch with Eubanks, cross, spin, stop, feed. Etienne has to put it up at the horn, and just leading up 30 to Toronto earlier this week. Brown brings it into the front court for Eubanks.
And the part of that is that this is what the Clippers do and do to all teams.
Wilson on the scoop. Leave it for Lewis. Attack mode. Lewis is fouled.
Dissipated. So did.
Well, Drew Timme to do that. Terrence Williams in 2009, first round pick. Derek Coleman, first overall pick in 1990. Buck Williams, of course, 1981. Calvin Nat in 1979. So it hadn't been done since Terrence Williams out of Louisville. As
That was a slight at me because you thought that we
to the Nets for the way they battled in this fourth quarter. They're winning the fourth 20-15. Just very different from what you saw in the first meeting when things went off the rails. They really went off the rails against the Clippers in the 126-67 loss, which was the largest margin of victory in Clipper history and margin of defeat in Nets history.
to watch some of the development of
Yes.
players and have an opportunity to get this type of run and do so in a way that there's elongated time or more freedom, or you're showcasing some of the skill sets that they have.
Wilson, no. Got it back. 10 to shoot. Etienne flash to the corner. Sets the screen. 5 to shoot. Wilson high stepping, hooking, and bank it home. 2.5 to play here at Barclays Center. Coffee had it ripped. Beekman, hand in the cookie jar. Coffee nearly a frustration foul. Swing it, corner, 3-ball. Maxwell, Clippers with another game with 120 plus points. Last 7 games averaging 121.4. They are 21-3 this season, which shooting better than 40% from three-point range. And Mills adds to it. 49% from three-point territory as Beekman lost it, but a good 5 minutes off the bench, and he's 6 for 6. Came in shooting just 28.8% from 3 over the last 5 games, and after a really hot start from the outside, have continued 12 of 43, 27.9%. Mills, quick trigger. Oh, he's got it! 3.
Been wearing a lot of different jerseys that we see him making shots like that.
Etienne drives. Clippers now 50% from the outside, 18 of 36. Etienne, another good look. Off the heel, Lewis up high, taps it. Awoma fires, cans it.
Keeping things alive, and again, the continued push of attacking the glass. Oof, fine. Patty Mills.
Not quick enough. Doesn't matter. He's old mates with the rim. Open look. Etienne, his second. 14-3 for Brooklyn. 27 assists on the night for the Nets. Only 29 for the Clippers. Had a lot of those points in transition, some in the paint. They just doubled to get out of the hands of Mills. They're making sure that he doesn't hit another one. Doesn't matter. He's going to get it to him, put it up, and he's fouled. He already has 11 points for Brooklyn. Has fully rainbow jersey guy. You can just set the full colors. Mills makes it 132-100. Lewis remaining aggressive. Sprays it out. Awoma can't hit on that 3. Just a 4-second difference shot clock and game clock. Bogdanovich will slowly make his way across. And let's see if the Clippers are content to take this all the way down. These two teams had split the last 3 season series. This first meeting here since November of last year. But it looks like the Clippers are well on their way to the season sweep. Front court with 2, and he will not even put one up. Valiant effort.